Hi, I'm Nat Sova. In this video, I'll show you how to take submissions from a Google form and automatically save them to your local storage using Python. This works with a standard Google account and will be built using free tools. First, let's create a Google form and enable the Google Sheets API. So create a new form and publish it. Let's add a submission. That submission is stored in the form responses. You want to ensure that users can fill out the form without being logged into their Google account. So click the Published button, Manage and Edit Responder View. Select anyone with the link. Now click Link to Sheets because we want to collect our responses in a Google Sheet. Google automatically creates a spreadsheet and links it to your form. Each new submission appears as a new row in the sheet. Now go to consolecloudgoogle.com and create a project. And make sure you're in the right project before we start. First, we need to enable the Google Sheet service that allows our Python script to access spreadsheet data. Go to API and Services, Library, search for the Google Sheets API, and enable it. Next, let's create a Google Service account and generate its keys. A service account is a robot Google account used by software, not people. Go to the Admin section, Service Accounts, and click Create Service Account. Name it anything you like. And select Viewer Access. Since service accounts use keys instead of passwords to authenticate, let's create a key. Click the menu button under Actions, select Manage Keys, and Add Key. Save it as a JSON file. Anyone with this file can access the data you've shared with the service account, so keep it private. These keys have since been deleted. Next, we want to copy the service email and share the spreadsheet with it as a viewer. Now, let's set up the project and configure the environment variables. Create a keys folder and move your JSON key file into that directory. Then create a configuration file to store the environment variables. .env files are for sensitive information, like your service account key and spreadsheet ID. You don't want to hard code secrets. The spreadsheet ID is just the alphanumeric string between D and edit in the spreadsheet's URL. The Google Sheets key is the file path of the service account key that we created earlier. If we just take a quick look at the keys directory and the .env document, you can see that everything is in order. Let's create a .gitignore file to prevent our secrets from being committed to GitHub and handle our service account keys safely. If you're not using GitHub, this part isn't required. Next, let's run through the main script. You can find this on my GitHub. We begin by importing the libraries required for file handling, document generation, environment management, and Google API access. Then we load the environment variables. This keeps sensitive information out of the source code. We load the spreadsheet ID, the service account key path, and the output folder. Next, we define a helper function to safely convert a customer name into a folder name. The name is trimmed, converted to lowercase, special characters are removed, and spaces are replaced with underscores. This prevents invalid file paths and keeps the folder structure consistent. The script then authenticates with the Google Sheets service. It uses a service account and requests read-only access. Once authenticated, the script connects to the Sheet service and requests data from the sheet titled Form Responses 1, which is just the default name. Yours might be different. The first row is treated as column headers. All remaining rows are treated as form submissions. The script locates the column called Name. This column is used to group submissions by customer. Each submission is processed one at a time. If the name field is empty, the row is skipped. A customer-specific folder is created locally using the normalized name. If the folder already exists, nothing is overwritten. A Word document is then generated for that submission. The document includes a heading with the customer's name, followed by each form field as a simple key-value pair. A timestamped file name is created to prevent overwriting and to preserve submission order. The document is saved inside the customer's folder on the local file system. A confirmation message is printed showing which submission was saved and where it was written. Now let's run the script and check out the results. So we can see that a folder was created called Submissions. Inside it is another folder called Customers. Inside that is the name of the first customer who submitted a form response. And finally, inside that folder is the actual document. And here is the same file structure as displayed in the file system, GUI, a submissions folder, a customers folder, individual folders for each submission, and the final generated Word document. This generated Word document can be customized with your own text and branding. Thanks for watching. The source code is available on my website, along with a detailed write-up on how to harden this script for use with real client data.